Lights go on. Warwick brings Dude Man Bro in. All set. Gates have opened back. They're off and racing. Fontaine Bleu was the first to leave and will quickly head off Red Army with the grey horse, the Cruel Sea, going up there to travel second early. Easing back behind them, Shintamani along also with Dude Man Bro, and parked out the back last as they'd steady down is At the Ready by the 200 on the first round. And it's Fontaine Bleu, the Alfred Nobel mare, that leads the way underneath Geordie Turner by a length over the Cruel Sea, and they are walking here at the Judge. Red Army, though, had dropped a bit, travelled kindly for Pike in the run up the straight the first time around, and they're barely going half pace. 3/4 to Shintamani, trailed then by Dude Man Bro, and At the Ready is last of all, settling down 4 to 5 from the leader Fontaine Bleu. They hop over the crossing, 1600 left to travel in the first at Belmont Park, and so to the Swan River side of the track they head, and it's Fontaine Bleu, the Linwood Park mare, who leads the way. Into the back they go. Fontaine Bleu by 1, the Cruel Sea. Down on the inside third, Red Army, just cruising along underneath Pike, and then ahead away is Shintamani, the former Kalgoorlie Cup winner. And then 2 lengths behind them to Dude Man Bro, loping along. The speed is absolutely lethargic. And down on the inside is At the Ready. But Fontaine Bleu barely at a canter at the 1150. Goes down the back of the track, leading by 1 to the Cruel Sea without any change. Over on the inside then is the short-priced favourite, Red Army, around $1.35 in most markets at this stage, with 1,000 left to go, and has been backed in at the shorts. They're being followed second last. Dude Man Bro and At the Ready still spotted the other 5 rivals when they'd left the back. Geordie Turner's really had it all his own way with this mare, Fontaine Bleu, and with 800 left to go. Gee, the time's going to be interesting here in the opening race for the day. They're not going to break any records, that's for sure and certain. That's the one good thing this afternoon they won't be able to do. Fontaine Bleu just lifting up the tempo now at the 600. By 1 over the Cruel Sea, Red Army with Pike anxious to get away from the inside, and he succeeded in doing that as Shintamani went forward, and then came At the Ready, who drove up on the inside exactly where Pike was, and then copped a bump. The Cruel Sea got turned sideways, and Dude Man Bro last of all, because the sprint is on in earnest, and Red Army quickly descended upon Fontaine Bleu. It's under hands and heels. Now he draws the shillelagh at the 200, and he livens up Red Army, and Red Army explodes to the front from Fontaine Bleu. Then came At the Ready, Dude Man Bro. It really wasn't run to suit, but it was for the fave, and Red Army, the first of 7 favourites today that Pike will ride, and salutes in the opener. Red Army won from either At the Ready or Dude Man Bro, just not run to suit him whatsoever. Fontaine Bleu after leading all the way. Next in from Shintamani and the Cruel Sea last of all. Red Army at the skinny old odds, $1.30 and 104. Home in the first, sat third, parked in behind Fontaine Bleu. Pike was very keen to get away from the rails and get going. He knew that the sprint was going on. And Dude Man Bro back there is a grinder, simply not in the right race there to improve its chances. And At the Ready was able to sneak up on the fence when Pike left the rail with Red Army. Won't be much in it, nearly a dead heat for second, with Fontaine Bleu back there in 4th placing. Red Army by Patronise out of Special Spice for Mrs. J. Hawkins and also Adam Commons. And that is 5 wins now out of 10, prepared by Grant and Alana Williams, holding down second placing on the Trainers' Premiership, and 1 more for the Wiz, Red Army saluting. At the Ready by My Boy Charlie from She's Ready, Adam Durant, Andrew Castle, or Dude Man Bro for second to Blackfriars, Miss Unikovsky, Justin Warwick and Lucy Warwick. And there they are. It is 6 from 1, 3 and 5. 6, 1, 3, 5 there. Placings are right in 2:26.16. 2:26.16 the time here in what was a walk until the corner, and that's when there was actually a bit of action in that opening race. Sprint, not much more from about the 400. Race 2 will be the TLC Projects and Shop Fitters Plate for the 2-year-olds over 1400. The scratchings there, 7 the Fugazi and also 9 Little Peaches. As we go over to the back now and catch up with Britt Taylor there. Britt, good afternoon to you first of all, and a nice way for Pike to start the day. He's got 6 more favourites to come.
Good afternoon, Darren. Yeah, very nice way to start the day for Willie here. Congratulations on the win. Were they going as slow as they looked?
Yeah, definitely. It was a dawdle in the park, but happily enough, I had a nice barrier, and he's always got a nice turn of foot, so it wasn't the worst thing for me.
Were you always happier if they went slower rather than faster for this horse, knowing the kind of speed he has to finish off?
Yeah, well, I thought if they went on the slower side, it'd suit me, and if they went on the faster side, it'd suit Dude Man Bro. So, yeah, as I said, I was probably happier for him to go on the slower side, but that was pretty steady.
You ride a lot of good horses today. Who do you think is the best chance for the rest of the day?
I'll be each way all day. If I have a lucky day, I'll walk away with 4 or 5. But if I have an unlucky day, this could be it.
Oh, well, hopefully it's a lucky day. Congratulations on the first.
Thank you.
Yeah, Willie Pike, he could be in for a big day. Grant Williams joins us here, and of course Red Army, trained by Grant and Alana and Tani Williams, because the little girl, or your little girl, she listens to these interviews and she gets upset when we forget to mention her.
Yeah, she does blow up a bit, Gareth, yeah.
And she named this horse Red Army. They call it Brax, and obviously he's been doing a wonderful job for your family. And today, once they went past the winning post, you would have been pretty happy with yourself.
Yeah, they went pretty slow, didn't they? It sort of, we weren't worried if the tempo was on. We thought it might have been with a couple of them, but no, it was a bit of a trot and canter, but it suited us. And yeah, no, we're happy with that. It was the last chance for a bonus for him, so yeah, everything's good.
He's a stayer with a turn of foot. Is that how you see him? Do you think this is his best trip?
Yeah, I think so. Look, he was working through the classes nice, and a couple of the, Willie, Glenn, even Paul said, they like him over this trip. So hopefully we can get another 1 or 2 of these under our belt and maybe go to a Pinjarra Bunbury Cup later on.
You probably, as you just pointed out, you probably go harder at home than what you did today. So does that mean that you could maybe give him 1 more or 2 more runs this prep?
Yeah, the same races in 2 weeks, so we'll probably go to that. The 66s now are probably out of his reach. He'll get too much weight, so we'll probably look at it a couple of weeks and just see what happens after that.
Good starts of the day. Can it get better?
Look, I hope so. On paper, we've got good chances all day. Even the one that's a bit of odds, he's drawn the outside, See Me Sizzle. I do like him a bit. You talked me into that yesterday, and his work's been good. So
we have something on him?
A little bit each way.
We have anyway, Puffer, so the best of luck.
Thanks, mate.
There we go. There's Grant and Alana Williams. That was great to see, and a job well done to kick home Red Army, who's been a progressive type, and it's great to see him come through the grades and win nicely, the son of Patronise. Defeating, I think at the ready was second, just in front of Dude Man Bro, who went pretty well under the circumstances with such a slow pace. That wraps up race number 1. We'll be back before race number 2.